Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. I wanted to just do this quick video, which is based on kind of a little article, I suppose you would call it, in my newsletter that I sent out on Sunday night, and just because I think it's really important. So I've just been reading the most amazing book called The World Within Women by Jane Catherine Seven. That's what it looks like, and I'm lucky enough to actually work alongside her and get to know her. This is back to front, I know, on the video, but that's what it basically looks like. I'll put the link in. And it's an amazing book because it's about women's cycle, a 4-week cycle, but it's also about how that's a kind of a smaller version of our transition through life. So the idea of we start our periods, we have our reproductive years, we go through menopause, and then we come out the other side in our mature life. And it's a kind of, our cycle kind of represents that, which kind of represents actually the seasons and nature. And it's such a cool book. And I've been reading in it, and it's almost like, I know this stuff, I remember this stuff, but I've forgotten it because we live in a society where we've kind of almost been told we can't be women, we can't be feminine, we can't have, our periods are a pain in the neck, our periods are an irritant. You know, I remember teaching kids at school about their periods as part of the curriculum. This is in England, and this was cracky in the early 2000s, early 2000s, late 90s. And, you know, we talk about all of the words for period, and it's like the curse. I mean, they're horrendous words. And you think about menopause, and people are scared of menopause. And it's so sad that we don't take time out. We don't live to our cycle. We kind of trying to fit in a box. It's actually quite a masculine way of living. And this book was really, for me, it really resonated because it was like, yeah, that makes so much sense. I loved it. Beautiful words and language as well. She's got a very poetic way of writing. And one of the things that really resonated with me, which is what I want to share with you, because it's really made me think, you know what, I'm gonna play around with this and just see if it makes a difference. And that's the idea that our monthly cycles represent our seasons, you know, spring, summer, autumn, winter. And pre-ovulation is really kind of an exciting time. It's kind of when we have a lot more energy. Our energy is more outward, a bit like the waxing moon. We're open to everything. We've got new ideas, and it's a good time to start new projects, to like fresh starts. It's an opportunity, having evaluated, to kind of, right, what's next? What am I going to do? Ovulation is a beautiful time. It's like summer. It's when we're much more expansive. We have more energy. We're all about action. We're very much in our physical body. We're enjoying life. We're collaborating with other people. Our energy is really fully outward, like the full moon. And the world we live in is really all about us living in that pre-ovulation, ovulation time. Pre-menstruation is more like autumn. It's when we start to move a little more inward. We're really sensitive, we're perceptive, we feel more deeply. And we seem to think that's a bad thing, but actually it's not. If we are really sensitive at that time, we're meant to be. And maybe it's about telling us that someone's pushing our boundaries, that there's a reason why we're sensitive, that maybe that's a chance where we need to look at, well, what is it that's bugged me? Why are people irritating me? Maybe they always irritate me, but this is the time where it's really in my face. And maybe that's what I need to deal with, rather than, oh, it's just PMS. So we need to perhaps, and I'm certainly looking at this thinking, yeah, actually my energy does go down. So maybe I need to change the way I live in that week. To honor the fact that I'm premenstrual, and use it as an opportunity to reflect and review. And if I have extra emotions, maybe they're teaching me something. What is it that those emotions, that sensitivity is teaching me that I need to change? Maybe I need to let go of something. What is it I need to let go of? And then menstruation is like winter. It's a time when we're deeply introverted. It's really considered to be a spiritual time. And, you know, in traditional societies, and even in some societies now, women were, they would go to a specific place and they would sleep and they would rest and they would be looked after. And it wasn't because they were dirty, it's because it's a spiritual time. And then they would come back to the village or whatever and share the insights they had. So rather than trying to hide menstruation and you know, see it as something that's a pain, that's dirty, we should see it as a really deeply spiritual, soul-filling time, and embrace that. It's a time to listen to our soul, to meditate, to rest, to listen, to dream, and see what our dreams are telling us. Our energy is fully inward, like the dark moon. So this is a time to rest and listen to our soul. Wouldn't it be awesome if the society we lived in allowed us to do that rather than not? And I know myself, I've had the last 3 periods I've had really bad pain. First time I've had that type of pain, even when I was 13, I don't remember being doubled up on the floor in pain. And you know, I take painkillers because I have to get through it and I've got to go to work. And we're seeing this is already changing in the world. You know, there are companies coming forward saying, you know what, if women could have not even sick days, but like period days, if you need to take some time out, then we're going to respect that and give you paid leave. Thank God, because it's not a sick day. It's actually a time where we're meant to be introverted and rest. And we need a society that allows us. And I'm learning that maybe those period pains are messages. Usually I get pain when my body's saying, you need to chill out, you're doing too much. So maybe the PMS symptoms and the pain, I've thought maybe that's just a message that I need to actually do what I'm meant to do when I have a period. I am meant to rest. I am meant to listen. I'm meant to dream. So I'm saying to you, please, over this next month, I'm going to be doing this. Please watch your cycle. If you don't have a period, it doesn't matter. We're based on the moon. Our cycles are based on the moon. So look at when it's a full moon, when it's a waxing moon, when it's a waning moon, when it's a dark moon. Have a look at how your energy changes then. Cycles are still the same. It's just you're not bleeding. We don't lose that. And I'm going to do the same, because I've this last month, having read this book, I've really noticed actually my energy does change. It is like the seasons. And maybe I need to change the way I live and what I do and the way I run my business, the way I run my family, the way I run myself. Maybe I need to change that to fit into my cycle. Maybe my cycle can teach me something about myself and how I should live. And from that, I'm really interested in looking at how diet plays a role and how, you know, exercise, maybe that should change. I don't know, but I'm really curious to find out more, because this book has really opened up a door. So I'm asking you, please spend this next cycle for you. What's your energy? How does your energy change? How does it go inward or outward, or how do your emotions change based on your cycle? And don't judge it, and don't be careful of the language that you use around it, but just really start to just stop and listen and think, how do I feel? What emotions am I feeling? Why is that? What is my energy like? How can I live in a way that fits into my cycle rather than forcing my cycle to fit into my days? And please share with me. Let me know what you think about this. And if you can, go and get this book. This book's fantastic. I loved it. It's just so many wisdoms in this book. So have fun. Tell me what you think. And hopefully you've got something from it.